Hey guys, Nathaniel here with yet another Retropolooza pickups video. This time for Retropolooza Arlington, Dallas. Now, I'm currently in the Airbnb that I'm staying. My friend who used to live in Arlington still lived in another part of Dallas. I had to rent an Airbnb. It's a long story. So I'm currently in the Airbnb. Gotta trying to be as quiet as possible because it's the hosts are sleeping and I don't want to wake them. So this Retropolooza Arlington is sort of special. It is my 8th year going. It is the official 10th. It's been the official 10th, or so they say 11th since COVID. 10th year that it's been the 10th year since Retropolooza started. But of course, now you'd think that it would be a time for joyous celebration, but sadly, from what I heard from some people who run it, apparently this might be the last time they do it at the Arlington Convention Center, or the Esports Stadium as it's called now. They've changed that place so many times, it's crazy, because apparently the esports people just want to make it a full esports place. So apparently next year they're gonna move to the Fort Worth Convention Center, which it's truly a shame. I had a lot of memories there. I deeply cheered from the Arlington Convention for the past 8 years. That's kind of sad that I won't be able to be there for be there for 10 years, but at least the convention's still running. That's generally what matters in the end. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's get on to the pickups I got this year, which I was sort of kind of cashed a bit. A lot of these I got from bargain bins and such, $3 get 3 for 10, 2 for 5, all that kind of stuff. And I think I got some pretty solid pickups, so let's check them out. Okay, up next we got okay, first off we got Guilty Gear X3rd Gear 3rd Rev 2 X3rd Rev 2, the second of the Guilty Gear X3rd Rev games, and I don't know which number title of the Guilty Gear this is, but regardless, lately I've been with this fighting game resurgence this year. I've been on a real fighting game kick where I buy a lot of these fighting game titles, these franchises that give you entries and stuff. So I decided to get another Guilty Gear on PS4. The last thing, I remember getting one of them at a ritual a few years ago. I'm not sure which one, or the one that came out for Need for Teen, because they all these really weird, complicated names. How are you gonna recognize them? This is really funny. So I mostly picked this game up for the 2D, beautiful 2D charming visuals and stuff, and I managed to snag it for around, and I know it says 20, but the people were I wagered, and I think they gave me this for around 18 or so. I got a pretty good price, and so that's a pretty solid deal for me. So neat. And up next we got one of the games I got at bargain bin for literally nothing, and I just picked this up for $1 because I wanted to have something I collect on some day. So this is EA's type of doing a looter shooter with but this time with mech suits and stuff, and they fly around real. And I know this game's and it's a bargain bin for a reason. And I just bought it for Like, why not? It's like $1. It's not gonna bother. You might dabble in it. Maybe I can get somewhat enjoy it. I recently picked up Outriders for Amazon July deal. I really enjoyed that as a looter shooter, a third-person looter shooter. Maybe I'll get something out of this. And here, interesting thing you can see right here. This had a little white strip of tape that was closing up, and you see the reason why that is a very interesting story. That's a very interesting story. You see, like one of the booths, I'm not sure, I can't recall the name, had this thing where they had a bunch of games taped up, and it's like and they were selling them for like, I kid you not, like $3, and they said whoever buys some of these games and get like a golden ticket, get a win, like a glorious prize. So I got like 8 of these. So like when people they started to lower the deal, like I kid you not, they lowered it to 25 cents, and they just like emptied out their stock, and then a lot of people after they and really used to these games, so they just threw them in the bargain bins. And I guess this is one of them. The titles they threw the multiple copies of Anthem they just didn't want. So yeah, I decided to pick it up for $1 because they said, bother me. Okay, next we got another fighting game, BlazBlue Cross Tag. Now recently, like I told you, a fighting game because I recently tried to understand I recently saw a video of the history of BlazBlue by I can't recall the YouTuber's name, but I think it's about it's Porgy something, I don't know. And they showed what each BlazBlue title was, and it kind of gets confusing and such. So this is like from my recall, this is the latest BlazBlue console title, which is a crossover fighter between other characters, so like from Persona, Ruby, and all that stuff. And I just decided, like, hey, I saw it when I went there on Sunday, and I want, I had the urge to pick it up. So yeah, I wanted to know this. This is like that's the only BlazBlue title I picked up just this week. It's not the only BlazBlue, it's not even the only BlazBlue title I own. The one I own, I believe, is Continuum Shift, which is the second game, and I bought that at a Retropolooza. Who knows how many years ago? Haven't touched it yet, but probably should get to that. But it's like growing so expansively, you don't know when you have the time. Okay. Up next we got a title another title I just snagged from the bargain bin for basically nothing. Yeah, Evolve. This was the attempt from the Left 4 Dead developers to make another new first person shooter, or a team player first person shooters, something. But I guess this was like it's a game where you're a team of 4 and you have to fight a giant monster, and you can have 4 players, and like a 5th one be the monster. And this seems fun, like a fun idea, but I guess it didn't really I guess it really didn't interest people that much. It kind of messed it up, and apparently they didn't really learn anything after doing Back 4 Blood. So yeah, I guess they never really found us. Like a game as successful as Left 4 Dead. It was just, it's a shame. It's like a concept of potential. So yeah, I just picked it up from the bargain bin because it's in solid condition, and it even has a slipcover. So like a decent addition to my collection. Might dabble in it. Don't even know the Your player's still active, probably not, but hey, worse. It doesn't hurt getting. Okay, up next we got another somewhat infamous title, DMC Devil May Cry, the 2013 revival or reboot to the franchise that only lasted one time before they just went back to the old timeline with Devil May Cry 5. And yeah, from what I heard through this game, it's actually not too bad. It's just people just do not like Dante's personality in it, which, you know, he's just not as the cool wisecracker he used to be in the old games. But hey, yeah, this is the definitive edition. It's like essentially the better version of the 2013 game with a lot of added features like DLC, all that jazzy stuff. And I managed to stagnate for around $10, and yeah, it runs 60 FPS. So yeah, pretty solid steel, if I do say so myself. Pretty solid steel. Okay, up next we got. I'm kind of shocked this was even in the break. But again, went The Evil Within. So this was made by Tango Gameworks and developed by the guy. Yeah, I believe the guy who I can't recall. I recall the guy who helped develop Resident Evil 4, and apparently he would, you know, kind of revolutionize the third-person shooter genre, and I guess he wanted to enter back into horror with this game, but apparently it didn't go over so well with people. But throughout the recent years, I've actually heard this is a bit of a cult classic with some people who have played it, and you know, when I saw it on the bargain bin, I was like, gosh, surprised, like a title of this quality and a copy in this good of condition even came out with a slipcover, and I'm a sucker for slipcovers. Like, why would this be in the bargain bin? Like, so, yeah, you know, like, you know, if you're like, okay, whenever go to, let me just say, whenever you go to convention and check bar, you just check. You'll never know when you'll find a genuinely solid title in there. Even comes with a code, season pass, probably expired. Yeah, expired. Yeah, the manual and stuff. So yeah, I think I got definitely got a steal on this one. Can't wait for it. I'm not the biggest horror game person, but hey, I'm always up to try new things. Hopefully it doesn't give me nightmares or so. Okay. Up next we got Ultra Street Fighter 4. Now this was a title I actually had on a list of games I really wanted to get. So yeah, this is the final version of Street Fighter 4. Like for some reason, Capcom, even for some reason, even in the 2010s, they wanted to continue, like, let's make multiple copies of this one game that everybody has to buy, even though they could have just made updates, DLC and stuff, but no, make it utterly impossible for people. But yeah, this is the final version of Street Fighter 4. I was looking out for it, whenever that's gone. But multiple versions of Super Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade, regular Street Fighter 4, but yeah, I'm glad I got the Ultra version, the finale version, and the guy who gave me these matches, like, gave me for like 18 or 16 bucks, and I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, I got for pretty solid, got it for a solid price, and I'm glad I now own this and I basically said, like, I own the Street Fighter collection, I own Alpha, I own 5, so yeah, I practically own nearly every Street Fighter title. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, I'm ready to get Street Fighter 6 whenever I can. Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, up next, another game I had on my list, Wanted. Now, this is a licensed game based off the movie Wanted with James McAvoy and stuff. The movie's probably wasn't that great, but I actually heard some pretty solid things about this game. Like it is like a crazy third-person shooter with bullet bullet curving, all that stuff. And yeah, I was urging to get it, and I saw it at this one booth, and the person gave me a price for like $16, and glad I finally got to cross this off on my list. It comes the manual and everything, and that's my thing. Always gotta get the manual. Always gotta make sure I have it. So yeah, glad I managed to finally get this towel. Interesting thing, apparently Warner Brothers and Universal, so we're both involved in it, as you can see right there. Interesting. So yeah, quite happy with this one. Also, one thing there was a swap meet on Friday, and I was trading on some of me and my mom's spices over seasoning, Tennessee seasoning. I gave one guy a seasoning, and for trade, and he gave me this neat little Pac-Man ice tray. So yeah, happy with that. Okay, up next we got yet another title I got from the bargain bin. You're gonna be seeing a lot of bargain bin stuff I got from bins. Killzone 3, the third of the Killzone games. I remember dabbling with the demo of this on the Resistance 3 game, and I thought I was somewhat entertained with it. And I hear some people say it's not good as the Killzone 2, but I'm sure I'll probably have some fun with it. It's got some PlayStation Move features. I don't really have a PlayStation Move, but I should probably buy one. But I think I could buy one for a reasonable price whenever I can. And so yeah, it comes with the manual and everything. I think I like so, wish yeah, so, well, as long as it comes with that, I'm satisfied. So yeah, solid steel for me. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of find it hard to believe that people have these titles in the bargain bin. We got Virtual Fighter 5. This is the fifth game of the Virtual Fighter series. I haven't heard too much about this. Well, I probably should look it up. But hey, it's a Sega fighting game. Yeah, it comes with a manual. And everything. So seems like a pretty solid addition to my collection. Can't wait to try this one out. Hoping it's a fun time. I don't know. My head's feeling weird lately, but yeah. Glad I managed to find this through bargain bin for so like the price I got is what I would call probably like a dollar, like I think like $1 or like $3, or like $2 each. So yeah, I got this for $2, and I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty solid deal, if I do say so myself. Alright, yet another thing I got at the bargain bin, the not for resale copy of MotorStorm. These are copies of games they usually use for like in-store kiosks and stuff, and someone just threw away the not for resale version of bargain bin, and I just said, hey, this would be a nice novelty to have in my collection. Like, hey, look, I got the not for resale version of MotorStorm. I'm really cool, yo. Yeah, I'm super cool. Don't mess with me. So yeah. Just want I have that claim that I got a not for resale copy of a game. So yeah, there. So I probably intend to get the other MotorStorm titles if I just scope them out at a con. Okay, up next, this is like another game I had in my collection, list I intended to get. Lost Planet. This is apparently this mecha third-person shooter title Capcom developed back in the late to mid 2000s, and with the Armored Core, the new Armored Core coming out, I was like, I really should buy some mech games. So yeah, I got this for around 14 or so bucks. Comes the manual and everything. So I'm glad I got this at the price I did. Really solid condition. That's how I keep repeating words, Not really great at short talk, Sorry. Okay, up next we got I got another Arlington title, Drawn to Life, the next chapter. Now, so as many of you know, Drawn to Life was started out of a DS title where you get to draw your own character in a platform, and make your own platform and all that. Yeah, then it apparently got a home console entry, but from what I hear from people, it's not that great. But it's still got the drawing feature, so maybe I'll get some. This I love drawing and stuff, and comes with the little pamphlet and the disc, and if a game is in a good condition, if I find it a bargain bin, I consider that as just a practical skill. Like, I'm just shocked some of these people just leave games like this in a bargain bin, because I guess they think people, collectors like me, will seek out them. But yes, they're right. Okay, here's just some shock. I found a bargain bin. Sphinx is in the Cursed Mummy now. This is apparently a pretty solid B-grade platformer. I recall Nitro covering it a few years back, and he praised the title for its creative level line and fun combat, all that stuff. And so when I saw it in the bargain bin, I just knew I had to get it. The guy who initially at the end of the con, I saw it, and initially this was like $5, but the guy just decided to give me it for $2, and I thought, okay, that just, like, I thought I keep repeating this, absolute steal, if I say so myself. So yeah, comes with the manual and everything, and the disc is in decent quality, so can't wait to try this out and see what I've been missing. Star Wars titles I bought, and another bargain bin title. I'm just saying, okay, I'm gonna call these named BB titles. So yeah, here's the BB title. I got a Star Wars or Starfighter. Apparently, this was a PlayStation 1 launched, PlayStation 2 launch title, and it's like a Star Wars ship similar game where you rarely ship from the prequel era, and you get to, fight all a bunch of ships and stuff, like a ship combat game. So glad to add this to my many collections of Star Wars games I own, specifically on the PS2. Yeah, glad I managed to find this one solid condition with the manual and the BB. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Now, since 2016, since I bought Wolfenstein: The New Order, I've been really getting into Wolfenstein titles. This is not the only Wolfenstein title I bought this week. But I really enjoyed The New Order. I even enjoyed the new Colossus, even though people were not too fond of that. I haven't tried that third game where you play as BD Blazkowicz's twin daughters, but I might get some enjoyment of that. I hope they make another real third game soon. I really enjoyed those games. So yeah, I heard this was a pretty solid next generation entry to the Wolfenstein series, and I imagine now for around $7. And it of course comes with the manual, which is my main copy. yeah, from buying a game to con. So yeah, for $7, quite the pickup, but quite the pickup for me in many ways. Yep, sir. Okay, on to our next stack of games. Gotta go on for a while. Okay, first off, we have a game I got. Friday Swap Meet, Watch Dogs 2. I got it for around like 20 bucks or so, and I heard this was pretty much like a superior follow-up to the first Watch Dogs. Many people don't like. So I'm glad I got this. I got some PlayStation exclusive content. Don't know how still exclusive it is, so can't wait for some good old hacking fun with Watch Dogs 2, baby. Alright, here's a game I've been meaning. I got at the that's $3 thing, and I got South Park Stick of Truth. Now, if you watched my too many games pickup video, you thought I picked up the fractured butthole, but I also was meaning to pick up the first South in the South Park RPG duology. And so yeah, I've been like after this 2018, I really got into South Park. I've been binging it from like a lot of seasons, and I'm pretty caught up. So with my better knowledge of South Park, these South Park titles, these South Park RPG titles are definitely right up my alley. So yeah, I got this for $3 at that vendor who were selling it. It's greatest hits version, so it's of course you got the red casing, which is pretty neat. So yeah, really can't wait to try this one. Okay, up next, here's another one I got at the Friday Swap Meet. Warhammer Space Marine. Now the guy who was selling this, he really thought, oh, this is a really good game. Like they're making a sequel to this, Space Marine 2. Yeah, it's like he asked me, oh, you like Fear the Wars and stuff, and I said, yeah, I like third-person shooters. He's like, oh man, this is like one of the greatest third-person shooters of all. I'm not the biggest Warhammer fan. I don't know too much about it, but hey, if the guy with such a high recommendation, I decided, hey, seems like a good, solid pickup for me. So really can't wait to try this out and see if the praises are true, or like are they like the praise. I hope those praises are worth it, are valid. So yeah, up next we got yet another game I got from the Friday Swap Meet, Darksiders 2, the limited edition, with can't read that. Free, it hasn't been free. So yeah, this was yet another game I've been meaning in off my list. It's the second Darksiders title. It's of the trilogy, the Darksiders trilogy. I saw a lot of copies of Darksiders 1, but I didn't pick it. You really should get to that end. But well, the third game, I saw those there. Okay, next time I go to the Retropolooza or any gaming con, I'm gonna make sure to pick one and 3. So yeah, Darksiders is from I heard, I think, like a God of War clone. So, but I heard this is like really solid, and like in this, how like you play one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I believe this is death, and he's like, he's around a horde, and he's holding 2 blades, and it looks really cool and stuff. So yeah, really can't wait to try this one. It comes with the manual and everything, so gotta. Sorry if I sound like I feel like I'm out of breath. So yeah, glad I managed to find this one. Okay, here's another here's I think the last thing I got from this Friday swap meet. I correct myself. This is Remember Me. I believe this was a 2013 third-person action game from Capcom that they really try to hype up and all that stuff, but I guess it never really went anywhere. But I hear some like to say this is like underrated and such. So I heard Super Butterbump made a video about it, and I think she said it was okay and stuff. And you know, I'm always looking out for underappreciated titles and stuff. So curious to see how this one turned out for me. Right, here's some Wii titles coming up. First up, Sonic Colors. This is apparently a Sonic game. That was like after Sonic releases date, it's like decided to make a game that has full time dates, time states and such. So yeah. So there you go. Yes, Sonic Colors. Yeah, it was a game on my list. I can get one of the many Sonic titles on the list. I didn't get. I got the original version. I think I could pick up the re-release. Hopefully, if they fix all those bugs. So yeah, so Sonic title when it came out got really praised, and I guess some people have some issue with nowadays, but overall people really enjoy it. So I truly cannot wait to finally play it, see what I've been missing for all these years. Yes, funny. Okay, up next we got one of the other games I got from that $3 vendor, WWE All-Stars. This is like an arcadey version of a WWE game with a bunch of exaggerated version of a lot of famous WWE wrestlers like Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Vince McMahon. No, not Vince McMahon. He's the other guy Randy Savage, all those kind of dudes that just looking like rather than looking ridiculous and all that stuff. And I heard this was a really solid title, and I saw it in the $3 vendor there, and I said, this is like a solid title to pick up. And so yeah, I picked up the Wii version. Not really sure what the difference between this and the HD console version, but hey, glad I managed to get some a solid WWE title for like $3 at a vendor like this. Okay, let me tell you, that vendor was crazy. Like some really, if you were looking to get a lot of pickups that week, you would get a steal off some of those titles, man. But yeah, I'm elaborating too much. But on to our next game. Yet another Sonic title that was on my list, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. So this is the sequel to Sonic Riders, the weird board Sonic racing game that came out around 2006, year of Sonic's 10th anniversary. And I hear that was the only title really worth remembering. So yeah, I decided to get the sequel for Wii. Would have gotten the PS2 version, but I didn't want to spend too much. So yeah, glad I couldn't mark that down on my list. Matched that for around $14. Comes with the manual and everything. So hoping to have fun this one. And aside from what I heard, this probably doesn't control the best. But hey, glad I got it. Okay, up next. For retail, I got a duology of games. Star Wars, The Force Unleashed. I think this is the Wii port of the Star Wars Force Unleashed title that people really praise. I heard a flyer saying, and yeah, this wasn't developed by the sixth generation port made by Chrome Studios, who you may know for the Tithe animated Tiger game. It's the first two Legend of Spyro titles, and yes, this was like one of the titles I picked up from the $3 vendor. And I said, hey, what if I just put by like the Wii version of Star Wars? Fortunately, that'd be really funny. So yeah, you can play as Star Killer, waggling the Wii remote with and pretending, oh, I'm a Jedi or Sith, and I'm wagging them and I'm fighting because my lightsaber. So yeah, I can't wait to look like a freaking dork playing this. It's gonna be a fun time. Okay, up next for ours. Next we got the sequel, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. So one people don't like it. But also I have to bring up this version of the game. Apparently the Smash Brothers mode, which is hilarious. So yeah, you don't have to bring that up. But yeah, I got the Force Unleashed 2 on Wii. Got that for around $5. I heard people actually prefer this than the console version. Apparently, this has a bonus code in this. Yeah, the bonus code right here. Stuff. Like, apparently, tell these junk or whatever how to beat the game. So yeah, got this for a pretty reasonable price, and I'm glad I got it. Can't wait to try this out along with the first. Okay, next we got yet another title I got from the $3 vendor. Another Star Wars title. Star Wars Episode 3: The Revenge of the Sith. Now I heard there's a pretty solid license game. You can actually do alternate pathways for this version of Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, can't wait to have some fun with this. Sadly, it does not come with a manual. We'll try to scope that out on eBay, to make it feel complete in my eyes. And this is actually not the first copy of this I owned it for the DS. Got that around 2020. So yeah. Really hope to have fun with this one. Okay, up next we got Guilty Gear X2. This is the this is like one of the Guilty Gears they released on PS2. I remember seeing another account. I was really tempted to buy it, but I said to myself, okay, can't spend too much more on it, man. So yeah, I can manage to get one of the Guilty Gears on PS2. Looks really solid. Camera's in good condition. It comes with the manual and everything. So really happy I managed to snag this one for the price it is, like around $25 or so. I'm gonna have a good old jolly good old time with this one. Okay, here's like the next title on my from my pickups. The second copy of Force Unleashed 2 I own for the PS2. It's this PS2 version, which is basically similar to the Wii, because they were on the same tech. Because Nintendo did not want to upgrade their tech, and that's why they're like a generation back. But that's a conversation for another day. So yeah, I guess the greatest hits version of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2, I got it around like $8 or so. So yeah, it comes with the manual and everything. So yeah, pretty cool, if I could say so. Okay, for my last PS2 title, I got this week, Tekken 4. Now, with the release of Tekken 8, I've been doing my best to collect every Tekken game I can. So far, I've gotten like Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Tekken 6, Tekken 7, and now I got Tekken 4. Got it for around $10. the manual and everything. So glad to add this to my collection. But it's also really glad to add it to my collection. I also saw a lot of Fusion copies Tekken 5, but I'll save that off for the next con I'll go to. And Tag Tournament. When I get those games, I always say I got all the 6th generation Tekken titles. Cool. Okay, for our last stack of games, we got quite a few PS3 titles, a few PS4 and one PS5. But up next we got Speed Racer on DS. Got this for around $5. I own the 2 console ports for this, the PS2 and Wii. This is based off the Speed Racer 2008 film, based off the 60s anime, and I was like a big fan of the movie when it came out. I'm glad it got the praise it deserved like years later. So yeah, from like what I know about these games, they're essentially like F-Zero meets Mario Kart stuff. Which by the way, I'm so happy for you F-Zero fans that you finally got a new title, F-Zero 99. Hope you really enjoyed that one. So yeah, I got the handheld port of the Speed Racer movie game for like $5. The guy who, but it's actually because it's actually 10. But the guy who I gave to, I gave him my mom's seasoning samples, and he said he was so pleased with that he decided to give me a deal on one of the games. So yeah, happy I got this one. Probably will take it out of the case and put in my single DS game. Get my little pack of DS games. So yeah, pretty cool. Glad to have this in my collection. Okay, so up next we got, I think one of the yet another game I got from this $3 bin. Immortals Phoenix Rising, originally called God of the Monster, but I guess they stopped calling it that. This was essentially Ubisoft's take on Breath of the Wild. Like apparently it's one of the most infamous of the Breath of the Wild clones. And when I saw it within the $3 vendor, I said, hey, why not pick this up? It seemed like pretty solid enough, so I could get quite a bit of entertainment with it. So yeah, glad I got it. Next is a game I was going to make again, but never seen a solid price. Axiom Verge, which is like an indie Metroid. I think it's like an indie Metroid style game that I heard was really solid. So when I saw it event for like 20 or so bucks, I knew like I had to get it, because I don't know if I would ever see it was such a reasonable price again. So yeah, happy I managed to get this one. Really can't wait to try this neat little indie Metroid style title. Okay, next we got one of the first games I got when I went there on Saturday. Capcom Fighting Collection. Now this is like a collection of multiple Capcom fighting games, including Darkstalkers, a few like Street Fighter 2, like Red Earth, all that kind of neat stuff. So yeah, so when I saw this for $20, I knew I had to get it. I knew I had to get it. It comes with a little pack and everything. Or for codes, I'm not sure if they still work, or they've been using. But so yeah, glad to add this to my collection of the multiple fighting games I own. Alright, up next we got Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Now, that's essentially a Power Rangers fighting game, and as someone who grew up with Power Rangers, I knew like, oh, a Power Rangers fighting game. This was like made for me. Oh, so if you see in the background there, if you see anything, yeah, that's the old Gabba playing. I just had playing in the background because I said it's pretty random stuff, but whatever. So yeah. Saw this for around. The guy sold me for like $10. So like, yeah, pretty happy with that. It's the collector's edition apparently. So yeah, it comes with the code for the red Samurai Raider, which I remember when that show came out. I remember that was around that time I was trying to really get back Power Rangers, but kind of stopped at Dino Charged, but that's another story. So yeah, glad I got this. Heard really solid things about it. Really can't wait to play it. Okay, up next, I believe we got the last title wipe, or one of the last of the two, like one of the last of the few titles I got from the $3 vendor. Star Wars Squadron, yet another Star Wars fight simulator game. Where, you either play the TIE Fighter or Jet Fighter, or whatever. TIE Fighter or Star, whatever you call it. An X-Wing, yeah. You can either use an X-Wing or TIE Fighter in this game. You can play an X-Wing and TIE pilots of fighting each other in like Star Wars stuff. So yeah, I heard this was a pretty solid of the Star Wars title. Of like you see, you got a PlayStation VR included. So yeah, if I ever get PlayStation VR, like this title I can try out with this. So yeah, pretty cool. Heck, you got the control layout right there. Man, Monday Man was just such a bummer, man. But hey, cool. Glad I got this at the price I did. Really happy with that. Okay, next we got another title of how I got from the bargain bin. Dead or Alive 5, another 5th title. Pretty now. Dead or Alive is a pretty fun fighting game for, if for reasons. So you guys see 5th entry in the franchise. Not entirely too familiar with this in that way, but hey, I think this is probably a solid enough title, and it even comes with manual and stuff. So just finding this in an environment, it's like finding like a gold, like a bar of gold in a heap of trash, in a way. Yeah, that's my metaphor. Or so, yeah. Glad I managed to find this one. Can't wait to try it out. And here's yet another title I saw in almost every bargain bin I went through. Warhawk. Now this, I believe, is it's like an reboot to an old PS1 title from what I hear, and like the fight simulator and stuff. And it also had on the ground combat, and it was made by Incognito, which was made up of developers from Twisted Metal and stuff. And apparently it was pretty solid. I think it had some pretty solid online back then, but I guess they cut them off because that was over a decade ago. It's crazy. See, so yeah, I decided to buy this one because I actually bought its spiritual successor, Starhawk, a month or so back, which I also saw in a lot of bargain bins, which made me think, I should have just waited. I should have just waited for some of these games to come out. If they were just in bargain bins like this, I could have been saying just a little bit more, just a little bit more. So yeah, a pretty neat find if I do say so. So myself, keep repeating myself. When you do do these stuff unscripted. You just go on these weird tangents. You can't help yourself. Okay, up next, another title I got from the bargain, from the BB. Grand Theft Auto 5, which recently turned a decade old this year, and and man, and this is like the only game Rockstar, other than into that they have on their lineup. Like, man, release something else. So why did it take you a decade to make GTA 6, guy? Like, weird. So yeah, when I saw this and the quality was kind of with the manual and everything, I said, why not? Why not own the PS3 version? This probably doesn't have all the features to it, but with the Grand Theft Auto, I'll definitely have quite a bit of fun out of this. So this is pretty neat. Next, we got God of War 3. Got this around $10. This is the third of the God of War franchise. I intended to get a few stuff like Ascension and like the PS2 games, but I didn't want to spend a whole lot. So yeah, I just decided to settle for the third game, which looks really cool and such. So far, I've gotten the PS4 game and the Ragnarok, and so yeah, glad to add this to my collection. Hoping the next con I go to, I get more of the God of War titles. Right, next we got Lost Planet 2. From what I hear, the best of the Lost Planet title. Apparently had some really solid multiplayer back then. Match stack was around $8 or so, with a pretty nice manual and everything. So a pretty solid pickup, from my point of view. The booth I saw that they had the third and fourth game, but they didn't have the manual, so I didn't decide to pick them up. But hey, next time I'll probably look out for the third game and have the manual. And probably next time we'll probably find the Mass Effect trilogy and Dead Space trilogy, because why not? Saw multiple copies of Dead Space 2 limited edition. I decided to myself, if there's that many, next time I'll look out for them specifically. My list is still pretty wide, despite the amount I crossed out. Okay, here's the, I believe to say, last title I found at the $3 vendor, Resident Evil 6. I've recently been collecting some of the Resident Evil titles. So far I got Code Veronica X, 4, 5, like the Wii version of 4, and the PS2 version of 4. So yeah, I decided to get the infamous 6 at that $3 vendor, because why not? And heck, it got a Walmart 3 character decal, so that's pretty cool. Can't wait to try that out. Because I even got a little pamphlet for that advertised the Resident Evil movie that around the time of Resident Evil domination of the animated movie and Resident Evil Retribution. The part of the wacky Alice saga of Resident Evil movies that for some reason Capcom just allowed. Weird. So yeah. Cool. Got around $3 and I'm really happy I get to add this to my RE collection. Next, a game I'm glad, really happy I found, Blaze Blue Cloudy Trigger. This is the first Blaze Blue title, and I own the second one. So yeah. So when I saw this at the vendor, I was like, I need to get this. Because like the second I spot a Blaze Blue title, I flop it. I skype it down like a vulture. Pest goes down on a dead corpse. That's And yeah, so like I said, goes in the manual. It comes with the manual, and you know, these blades boot out, Bluetooth family for Arc Systems, and you know, happy to say I own the first now. Okay, hopefully I can find the third game soon. I own the. I did pick up the fourth game, but I'll show that off separately. Okay, next, a pretty funny title, PlayStation Heroes. Next for around $5. As you know, this is the PlayStation. This is a PlayStation crossover with the three big titles, three big heroes of the PS2 era PlayStation. You know, with Ratchet Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly and Bentley, and you know, at first you think, oh, this is really gonna be cool, but you know, they made it into a PlayStation Move title, which you know kind of sucked a bit of the cool factor out of it. But hey, from what I heard, it's actually not too bad a title. But once you get over the fact that you kind of squandered on the concept, and well, apparently this is also not for resale. You can see that. So as soon as I get a PlayStation Move on, I'm happy to try this out. Okay, next we got my second Wolfenstein title, Wolfenstein. Yeah, people like to call it Wolfenstein. 2009. This was the Wolfenstein title by Raven Software, and I don't hear this. I hear people say this is sort of a generic first-person shooter, and it doesn't really live up to the Wolfenstein name. But hey, you know, it's I heard the other sorts of thing. It wasn't too bad, so with it coming with a manual and such, I just thought to myself, for $10, seems like a fairly neat pickup. Yeah, it does have that annoying pre-owned sticker, which I'm gonna have to deal with. Probably should have bought a replacement case for this. Another replacement case. There was a guy that had a bunch of old replacement cases. I should have got another one. But hey, it can't dwell too hard in the past. Up next, we got the third copy of Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, but this time with the HD console port, the one that people didn't really like too much of it. I guess they rushed out, and you know, they did intend to make a third game, but of course with the Disney buyout, those plans got dwindled. Well, whatever, anything else that could start playing, man, it's so sad because Arthur went out. But hey, yeah, got snagged the Force Unleashed 2 for around $10 or so. Has that annoying sticker on it, but hey, even though I don't hear too many good things about this, can't see manual, you know, but I'm hoping I could get a good solid fun of it. Even like the worst of child time, I am the kind of guy who can just have some fun with even the most repetitive things. I'm just that kind of guy. Okay, up next we got another God of War clone, Dante's Inferno. One of the many things I crossed off my list is with the attempt at doing their own God of War, but you know, making it based off the Dante's Inferno story, and this was made by Visceral Games, who, you know, the developers of Dead Space and such, and apparently this is the Divine edition of the game. I guess it comes with DLC and whatnot. Hey, even got the little pamphlet for the Dante's Inferno movie they made, and it had the same advertisement for the Army of Two and other franchise EA squandered, because you know it's EA, they fucking ruin everything. Yeah, comes with the manual and stuff. But I got this my collection. Ever since I saw that Super Bowl ad playing that, you know, Sunshine song, I said, oh, this is like a fun title, and you know, it has the tagline of "Go to Hell." So all the kids are gonna be playing that. Next, we got Prince of Persia, or many fans like to call it Pop 8. So when I was watching Matt McMuscle's Prince of Persia, I was watching Matt McMuscle's Prince of Persia retrospective. He said it was one of his favorite titles of the series, and I said to him, I was saying to myself, okay, why not? Would not hurt to pick this up. I believe I found this in one of the bargain bins I was scouting through, and I'm happy to get it at the reasonable price I did. And here comes the manual, so really happy with that. Next we got, I believe definitely the last title I got from the $3 vendor, Dishonored, made by Arcane, pretty beloved developer for a good few years until they made that vampire game, whatever it's called, that vampire game where you shoot vampires and such. The name doesn't really coming off the brain right now, but people do not like that. But you're just hoping their next game gets better reaction and they get their shit together or whatever. So yeah, this is like a Dishonored, like I think it's stealth action first person games stuff. So yeah, I got the greatest hits version of this. Got the game of the year, whatever the game of the year, whatever this came out. I've got the greatest hits version of it. So here comes the manual. Not much of the stealth game person, but I recently picked up the Metal Gear title, so up to try new things. Really interested to try this when I saw a bunch of bargain bin versions of the bargain bin or BBs of the sequel Dishonored 2, but I decided next I think I'll get the collector, the definitive edition of that comes with other stuff. Okay. And for the last of my pickups, we got Soul Calibur 5. Now, apparently, this was like a pretty infamous title in the franchise. Didn't have that many of the classic characters and stuff, so I kind of avoided it if like a con or so. But I decided that what, I should just try to probably complete my Soul Calibur collection. Because so far I got 2, 4, 6. Should definitely get 3 whenever I see it. So despite this title's infamousy, I heard it was still ended up being still have pretty fun gameplay and stuff, because you can't mess up a Soul Calibur game in that aspect. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And as you can see at the front, I believe that's the assassin from Assassin's Creed. That's one of the playable DLC characters and stuff. So, that's pretty cool. And this is sealed. I haven't actually opened it. Zach, glad I just decided, hey, just get this to somehow complete my Soul Calibur collection. Can't avoid all the lesser Soul games in the franchise. So that completes my video game pickups. But I also got a few toys that I found in a bin that were selling them for $1 piece. So we got this little Road Eldorado of I believe. I think we have from Road Eldorado. It's like a version of what I believe is Miguel or Tulio. Not sure which one on the brain. I'm sort of tired and stuff. But hey, it has a little sword fighting feature here. It's pretty neat. It's a really nice quality for a fast food toy. And you can see it has a little thing you connect it to, which is the other guy, and they have all sword fights and stuff like they did in the movie. You know, it's really cool. Right? Next we got Lion Bear! You know, Fred Flintstone. The Flintstone, this was apparently a Subway toy, not sure from when, of Fred Flintstone. And yeah, cute, and then his little foot-powered car. And yeah, you move it around. I thought that was kind of cute, so you know, picked it up for that little reason. At the dollar, so it doesn't hurt. And for a real thing, it's just really pretty cute. If I say so myself, this Bruno the Kid, the Wendy's toy. Now, if you don't know, Bruno the Kid was this short-lived Fox Kids cartoon about, get this, Bruce Willis playing a kid who's trying to like pretend to be a super secret agent, and like it's just so freaking jarring to hear this Bruce Willis's voice come out of a small kid, just weird and jarring. So yeah, they probably made Wendy's toy for it. Don't know how a concept like that just gets no traction at all for people. More people should talk about the time Bruce Willis played the Bruce Willis cartoon where he played a kid trying to be a secret agent. That's just an insane concept. But yeah, this is a little car, Wendy's car, which is it's like all binocular. As you can see from stuff, you can tell like the little binocular holes, so I can do some super spying. So that's pretty cute. So those are the last of my pickups, but I got a little something extra I wanted to show y'all. These were things I picked up for a friend who, through circumstances, I would rather not bring out the misplaced games, so I decided to find the titles for them. So here's the titles I find them. Firstly, two of the Tales games. Got Tales of Zestira. Not too familiar with the Tales game, but they're really into that. And so I got Tales of Zestira. You get that for $12. Tales of Berseria. Got that for around $11 or so. And we got Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I got this for around $12. So now I guess because that's something they were missing from the collection. Finally, Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasm Extend. Now, the interesting thing about this is I found it for a boost for like $18 or so, but checking online, it's like I can't find a US copy of it. I do not generally know why. It's weird, but hey, I found the US copy at a con for around a reasonable price, and I'm glad to pick it up for my friend. And I'm happy that I was able to help them find the games they needed to add it back to their respective collection. So that's cool. So that concludes my pickups for this year. All the pickups from all this year. I'm gonna miss going to the Arlington location. Got me a lot of memories, like I said before. So yes, with that, I'm pretty happy with this collection. This is definitely going to fill up my shelf. Definitely need to buy another one soon, possible, because I'm not gonna stop with these game collecting stuff I've been doing for 8 years. I'm not gonna stop now. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Sorry I rambled on for so long on it, but hey, hope you got something out of it, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.